Here we go. Team Secret, they'll have the crowd with them. Some fan favorites here on their team, and some players from the old Na'Vi. No Tail and Fly are well liked here in Kiev, and they'll be on the Radiant side. Secret come in looking strong. They took down Taker 2-0 EG. Oh, maybe have a level 1 clash. Let's just see the Solitary Glaive thrown out. They skill up Sticky Napalm, and Universe is going to go in, but they got off a nice Illuminate onto Universe, as well as the rest of EG. The force back, the stomp from Big Daddy completely off the mark, hits nothing. He still walks in, they all get cursed, and then the turn goes back the other way. All right. Both teams flexing their muscles, you know, just letting the opponent know that they're ready to return fire.
Both teams also dropped in Reserve Reward in the fog, so both have vision.
Fairly similar locations, too.
No one knows that they have vision, though. So.
All right, let's introduce the lineups. We've got Zai on his Sand King, PPD, your support silencer. RTZ, as always, it seems, on the Death Prophet or Razor Mid. This time it's a Death Prophet. The Bat Rider will be in Universe's capable hands, and Fear we'll be playing an old hero in the Lifestealer. As for Team Secret, you've got Big Daddy No Tail. Last time he played the support Elder Titan, he gave up a first blood in a very unusual way, but it seems that will be avoided. You've got Puppy on his Keeper of the Light once again, making Cuddle Guy very happy if he's watching. KuroKy will be your Anti-Mage, going to the safe lane, S4 on the Brew mid, and that does leave Simba on a hero that he's really stepped up to the plate on for Secret. I feel like he's made the biggest plays of anyone outside of Big Daddy on this team in this tournament. The two Fnatic players have been, for me, and possibly the stars of the show.
I feel like he can't really do that much versus a Lifestealer, though. They have no stuns aside from Ravage, and maybe the Boulder Toss from Brew, if you can count that, or Mana Leak, all of which are very situational. And I don't know, if Fear gets a really good start. He started with 250 gold after Stout and the Tango, so he can either go very aggressive, boots plus Orb of Venom if he wants to try and pressure the Tidehunter, or just simple Midas into Phase Drum's Armlet.
Big Daddy did go for that level 1 stomp. He claps the wave, but Universe has quite a wave stacking up. He already hits level 2, and this is the main downside of that support Elder Titan. You really cannot zone out the Bat Rider at all this early. KuroKy should do okay first farm. No Magic Stick picked up yet, but not really under too much pressure. It does seem overall, as they look for a potential Burrow Strike top lane, Zai will go for it. He actually brings Simba quite low. He hasn't used his Anchor Smash just yet. Looks like he's trying to bait, and Curse! Yeah, there you go. We'll hold it. That was close, though. That's a salve down. He's only got 3 tangos left. Look at the aggression from Universe. Like, on the one hand, you've got a Tidehunter nearly dying. On the other, you've got Universe going hard on KuroKy. He hits level 3 and just unfazed at all by Big Daddy. The off-lane traits clearly seems to be in EG's favor for now.
And this level 1 stomp certainly not helping him out. He actually hasn't done any damage to Universe. Universe might actually be chasing him down with the clarity on him.
What's the rune gonna be? He's gonna stop for a stop. Universe dodging that. He gets 5 Sticky Napalm charges up, and it's not the right rune for him. It's a bounty rune. First blood may go to Universe. Up the high ground, he gets it. Oh my. Oh my. Secret, we've got a problem.
I am not sold on this Elder Titan support. Even though Big Daddy, I think, is a fantastic Elder Titan player, it's just he just offers so little in the early game. Simba, it was to leech him experience finally on the back of an Invis rune. But I mean, Bat Rider, we talked about his Link Decker maybe being an 8. It might be even earlier with this.
He's got 900 gold. And it's not like he really needs a lot of regen, because, well, Big Daddy is going to come in and punch him a few times, but overall can't harass him too much on his own. He drops the Spirit, he goes for the Stomp, and this time it will hit Universe. Uh-oh, do they get a turnaround here? He's out of mana, and he's pretty low on HP. KuroKy only having level 1 Blink. That would have been a nice trade-off for Secret, but instead it's just a free fountain trip for Universe. Still good to get him out of the lane, at least a little bit. And let's see, has his jungle been stacked yet? No, they have been, oh, they have stacked this camp. But for the most part, they've been very diligent about trying to keep the Tidehunter of Simba down, who is a level and a half down on the enemy Bat Rider. He's about to hit 4. So, looking at the other lanes, we've talked a lot about the off lanes, Ben. Mid lane so far, start off good for S4, you got an early lead, but now it's pretty much even. Just farm here. What's your thoughts overall on the other trades? The mid lane, the safe lane farmers?
It's going to be a wash. Brewmaster, Death Prophet rarely yields anything prior to 6. Universe playing a little aggressively on the creep wave. Kiro taking a lot of damage.
That turn speed slow, man.
I think it goes without saying that bottom is already a huge win for EG, getting a kill on the Elder Titan as in a 1-3 lane.
And just pressuring KuroKy. Like, he's not farming nearly as well as Fear, already down 8 CS. You look at how he's farming yesterday, he was like 8, 9 CS up on the enemy safe laner.
And Simba is just level 2. That's 1 creep wave's worth of experience.
He's going in again. He has Firefly ready. Napalm begins to stack up. I don't know if Universe is fast enough to kill this. He continues to chase Big Daddy. Oh, he's actually got a Ghost working with him.
Well, he also has 10 sick charges, or had 10 sick charges.
Oh, that's 6. Maybe he does dive this Firefly at the ready. Universe, he does the math and decides he wants to go for it. He will barely get clipped on the stomp. Big Daddy, though, well, that allows the sticky Napalm to cool down. This aggression is just, they can't punish it because they have a Keeper of the Light support off in the jungle.
Yeah, at the same time, he's out of mana. I think it was smart for him to use all his mana so it doesn't take that much damage from feedback, but can't keep up any pressure with that. Still, he's not missing out on that much experience. Creep waves push up to his tower, no big deal. Zai about to stack up another camp. Let's see if he gets some more Mud Golems.
Yeah. No Mud Golems yet, but just Ochre Bruisers. There. No, good luck for him. I guess the only issue here is they're stacking the jungle, but Zai also needs that. And now he will level up Sandstorm and go for it. It's a Midas for Fear. At the same time, KuroKy will build towards his Battle Fury. Universe back into the bottom lane. He has gone back for a bottle. With this Midas on Fear, I guess there's not that much point in Rushy or Blake because you don't have anyone to gank with you early. So it's good synergy as far as EG's item selections go. They'll hit their timings, or when Universe gets his Blink, around that time Fear is going to have like his first decent item. The Phase, maybe the Makings of the Drum, something like that.
And on top of that, they can switch very, very quickly. Lifestealer can move into the jungle once he hits level 6. PBD can soak up the lane and get Global Silence, and Zai can just stack the big camp and Sandstorm that. So it's not like EG's really losing out in terms of efficiency anytime soon.
Bottom rune will be secured by Universe. Doesn't look like Big Daddy can get in, and instead they'll go for the topper, and that will be the haste. Bounty rune picked up. Arteezy about to claim his phase boots. They're going to leave this haste rune for S4. This could be a big one, Ben. They've not been off to the best start. Now they're down 1,500 gold. A little bit less experience, but with this, S4 may be able to find Zai and at least prevent him from farming these neutrals. He does ping it out, but who's going to back him up for this? Well, that's some stolen neutrals. That's a very sad Zai. Didn't even use the haste, just walked up.
Yeah, not that big of a deal for him. He does get the experience. Sand King getting that smoke, good to see. That's early. I wonder who they're going to make a move on.
Who's he going to go with? There's
maybe Anti-Mage? I think they can smoke around, stun him during nighttime, and then with Lasso, maybe they can kill him. That's ambitious.
Yeah, he's got the Rain of Health. No plus HP items yet, though. He's fairly squishy. But already that value point in Spell Shield. Maybe he just holds this for now, waits for a better opening.
They can't kill mid. Brewmaster has haste, has his ulti, and also, oh man, Zai.
Mimeo on the jungle, though. It's S4 with the haste for jumping onto PPD. He's found that support silencer. And, maybe can't bring him down here. It looks like the disarm proc still chases, though. And while that was happening, they lost Big Daddy, so it's a 1-for-1. The Zai smoke works out. But Secret at least able to get on the board here a bit. Lasso is no mana. No, never mind. No Lasso ready.
No silence either on them. Brewmaster's too tanky to take down. I mean, Fear's farm is ridiculous, using Rage on towers to get even more damage on it. And is Fly resorted to stacking Ancients? Yes, he has.
Early on, EG continue to push that lead a bit further, but it's just not out of reach by any means around the 2K gold lead, 2K experience lead. 8 minutes in. The big timing for them will be getting their global and PPD, which is still a little slow, as well as getting the Blink Daggers on the 2 initiators. Zai at a 1,500 gold, and then your Bat Rider for Universe a little bit lower. Arteezy going in on S4. He splits at the last possible second. The Ghost returning a little while from now. I don't know if they can actually get this kill. They're going to try for it, though. They leave a stomp at the ready. The drop down comes, but Zai, although he's there to counter initiate, he's too late. Really nice chain stun from Secret. And Zai just keeps on walking in. He'll kill up the Brew as the split ends. He probably pays with his life here. He does. Now the lasso from Universe, pulling Big Daddy into the tower, which is focusing him. And with the stacks up the sticky Napalm, he's going to chase back the other way. They're still not involving anyone else from EG. Firefly laid over the top. One more auto tag would do Big Daddy in, and there you go. So in the end, 2-for-2 exchange.
Universe continuing to make big plays on the Spat Rider, and this is prior to Blink. Imagine once he gets his Blink Dagger. My goodness.
They just did not zone him out early, and since then he's been out of control. And it just goes back to their lane. Just very weak against the bat.
Yeah, super weak. With the Kato, it's slightly predictable how they're going to play unless they have a support that can play aggressively, such as Shaker or even something like Sand King, which EG is currently in possession of. And Zai, speaking of Sand King, very close to his Blink Dagger too. So him plus Bat Riders will come out just a couple of minutes on the same time. Secret will have theirs on S4. So 3 Blink Daggers hitting the deck, and the only loner who won't have it is Tide.
Big Daddy did get good levels though. I think he was involved when Puppy was clearing some of those stacks. He hits level 6. And still you're waiting for your PPD Global. He's only just now clipped 5. Same as the enemy offlane Tide, so we do see at least one hero struggling for each team. Though more so the concern will be this Tide Hunter. Haste Room bottom, it's bottled up by Universe. He's just too fast to the draw again. I mean, some of it's just fortunate timing, but getting the Haste Room, being in the right place to rotate, keeping this pressure up constantly on KuroKy, who's a solid... What is that? 18 CS down now on Fear's Lifestealer?
I mean, 18 CS doesn't sound like that much, but with the Midas, it's 1,400 gold difference.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Lifestealer can hit very, very soon. With those Blink Daggers coming up, Anti-Mage still needs like another 10-15 minutes.
They could begin preying on KuroKy, and the only solution to that will be very good anticipation from Secret. Being ready with the teleport, or maybe TP scrolls are even too slow. Being ready with a Ravage behind him, perhaps the Brewmaster split to counter-initiate, but they don't have a good defensive support. You can't really count on Elder Titan. He takes a while to get that stomp off, and certainly Keeper of the Light won't offer much.
They certainly won't, and on the flip side, EG has a lot of burst, so even if they are sitting there, they can't stop the Lifestealer if he rages immediately after an Infest, and
they have the global, so even if they're in the right spot, you can just global and potentially kill them anyway.
Radiant's top tower is under
Things are looking really bad for Secret as it shapes up. 3,500 gold lead for them, about to be about 5,000 after this tower.
Fear will miss the last hit. Still, his armlet is nearly done, and that's probably going to be the go time. Around then, PPD will hit level 6. Zai has level 7. He's only got the 2 burrow. So he probably needs to farm a bit more before he's fully combat worthy, but his jungle's just constantly stacked up here. Currently with golems, not ideal. Arteezy's going to try to steal them, but Zai will trot back towards the mid lane. They want to make a smoke play, and they've got that Haster in that Universe snagged earlier, along with the double blink. They head towards bottom. Global won't be up for this. And on the flip side, like, Fear is just not afraid at all. If they try to go on him with Ravage, he just rages. Same as the Brewmaster splits, and there they go. Onto the bottom lane, epicenter onto KuroKy. They will look for the silence. He's not able to blink out. EG just systematically dissecting Secret early on. Now the armlet claim. This is before the Lifestealer gets active for these ganks. Now the Global's online. They even TP'd in PPD just to give him that experience. Just everything going their way right now.
And they're just playing very cleanly, and I wouldn't say it's completely unpredictable, but it's not like Anti-Mage can live in constant fear of it. He can't farm the jungle that efficiently either without items, and S4 searching for a good place to use his brew ult, but there's nobody in the bottom lane. He used it once already and got picked off by Zai afterwards, so, I mean, just things are going terribly for Secret.
And KuroKy just canceled his TP bottom. A bit of a misclick there, so now he's got to walk out lane. It's not the biggest deal, but it's just one more thing slowing him down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's not like, you know, Ben, something that you were touching on the draft, and I think given how the game's developed, we want to expand on a little bit, is it's not really like KuroKy is safe to split push freely. Like, you look at the game against Tinker, there wasn't too much lockdown to kill him. This game, there's so much. Global, lasso, Lifestealer bombs, the burrow strike. It's so dangerous to be split pushing.
And even Epicenter is going to do a lot of damage too when he's not high enough level to max spell shield.
Blink out. I'm not sure if S4 noticed this, but they blink in after him. Almost catching him out. They were on the smoke, but it wears off now. Do they still chase? I'm not sure. Oh, S4 is just kind of hiding near the tower. He could get caught out. Zai ready to commit. It's Universe once more over the top on S4. They global to try to secure their retreat. Another clean pickoff for EG. No trades at all except a little farm for KuroKy.
They don't even need
Radiant's
RTZ for
middle
any of
tower
these
is
things. He's
under
just free to farm wherever he wants, use Exorcism on nothing or towers if he so pleases. And
They're not done. They're
Yeah.
gonna find Big Daddy now too. Burrow strikes. Zai's gonna trap in the Big Daddy. He ain't so big anymore as far as EG is concerned. They maul him into submission. That's a tier 1 down mid. KuroKy still unable to force the tower, and RTZ arrives with his ghost. He'll deter the push there. It's all EG all the way. 7-3, but it's a lot worse than that. Down 7,500
Radiant's
gold.
top
No
tower
clear
is under
comeback
attack.
unless EG overextend into their team fight combo.
And this Lifestealer pick has just done wonders for EG. PPD pulling that one out of the bag is just fantastic. They have no solution for it. Maybe Tidehunter can like anchor smash him, but in terms of actually killing him and preventing him from killing anyone, I don't think so.
They're gonna need like a basher on the Anti-Mage with a butterfly later on to have a shot. But that's looking so far down the road. And at the rate that we're going, Fear might have an Abyssal before there's even the makings of a basher. He will now pick up his Belt of Giant Strength. Very interested to see what direction he goes with this. Could be that Sanj and Yasha to just keep on pushing the advantage. Could be a basher rush. He's got options here.
15-minute
Dire's
Force Staff
bottom
and Blink
tower
Dagger
is under
from
attack.
Universe. 4 kills on him. Oh, S4 gets recalled to the mid
Radiant's
lane.
middle
They're smoked
tower
up,
is
looking
under
to make a
attack.
play.
It's let's see, how obvious is this one going to be? EG sitting on pretty good wards, one near the mid, one near top, and they might get Zai caught out here. He's got his blink ready to go. They're wrapping around him. He shows himself with Sandstorm mid lane. The Sand King already has his blink though. It's not the biggest kill, but well, they'll take what they can get. As Illuminate comes through, he burrows out. Zai will be run down. A nice pushback from Puppey there. Great use of Blinding Light. Secures the kill. That will give Simba his blink dagger. But it's a Sand King already got his blink.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, now Puppey's in trouble bottom lane. Fear just walks onto him and munches him.
Easy kill.
Maybe it's a bait. They do gush him. He's got an invest, but he doesn't. No, he's not going to be able to use it. Boulder Toss will hold him in place. The global was too late from PPD. Far too late, actually.
Yeah,
That was like a full second and a half late.
It was a nice try. He also could have infested a little bit earlier, but he didn't anticipate that rotation coming out from Secret. So they do have some fight left in them, but at the same time, he picks up his basher.
16-minute, 9.4K net worth, 124 CS. Only 2-1-1, but looking to get a lot more involved.
Dire's top
KuroKy
tower
is slowly
under
working
attack.
towards that Battle Fury, but this is
Radiant's
all
bottom
epicenter
tower.
top lane. We're gonna have a little go. Zai on S4 with no split to get him out. They counter initiate with Ravage. Zai has not enough backup perhaps. Universe will come in and secure the kill, but they may lose more. EG underestimating Secret. Had too many heroes at the point of attack. That ends up being a 1-for-3 over the past 2 engagements. While Arteezy uses Exorcism
Dire's
mid,
top tower is under
that
attack.
tier 1's already down and can't really push for more.
And RTZ already has his core items, his drums and yules, and now Brewmaster actually has to be very scared. If he gets initiated upon with the Yule Scepter, he's probably gonna die, and they can just global to counter the Ravage coming out from the from Fly. And I don't know, even though these past couple fights have been pretty scrappy from EG, it's only because they're caught out of position or mismanaged their spells. It's not because they've actually fought in a 5-on-5 and lost due
Radiant's
to lack of
bottom
experience
tower
or
is
lack of
under
items.
attack.
Yeah, scrappy for Secret, but yeah, EG are strategically. It's still a matter of an Anti-Mage who doesn't even have. Well, Joel just got his Battle Fury, but still doesn't have his Manta. Still will be
Radiant
vulnerable for a long
structures
time with the
are
global. Even at that point, there will probably be an Abyssal Blade on Fear if he goes
Radiant's
straight
bottom
forward,
tower
or even
is
with the
under
Basher,
attack.
you might get
Radiant's
the one
bottom
bash with the
tower has
Rage
fallen.
during the lasso, and then you get the kill. And it's before Arteezy's really joined the fights. He's not
Dire's
the most
top
farm
tower
hero, but he
is
is
under
quietly
attack.
getting there. And he will offer them a lot of late game, and they jump in mid lane now. They gush Zai again. Burrow strikes there. Hero. At the same time, they're working on KuroKy. Lasso. We'll finish him off. They're still chasing Zai. They got the stop off. They lose the Anti-Mage top. They can't tackle the Scorpion mid. That's costly, and Zai goes back in. Arteezy's there with the Sans a little bit late. Zai got a little overzealous. And no back, there was no exorcism there. That was pretty aggressive considering they didn't have, well actually they did have global, but no lasso, no lifestealer in the neighborhood. Still they kill the anti-mage again though.
Yeah, that's big. He just dies in a lasso with how farmed lifestealer is, and him going for straight damage like this instead of any sort of survivability, no drums, no sane, let's say. He just does way too much damage relative to Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, only 8 armor on him.
He's just rumbling around towards the mid lane. Maybe he'll farm. Oh, he wants to go in. Fear thinking about it. Arteezy thinking about it. But nobody going.
This Force Staff will actually be one of the only things that will help them from a Infest gank with the Sand King. Not terribly useful versus the Bat Rider Infest, but useful nonetheless, and that is compounded by the fact that EG does have Global Silence. So they need BKBs, they need Manta Style on Anti-Mage, they need items that can deal with that. And they haven't been the most properly typed from Silencer, but if it does come, I don't know, Secret can get wiped in a team fight if they don't pop very preemptively like S4 did on his brew earlier.
We may have a big clash brewing. Secret are smoked up, but no, they're not going to Roche. Never mind, no clash at all, just split push attempted. KuroKy will blink in. Tier 1 is 1 hit from death, and there's no glyph. So the glyph will not be refreshed. EG go back to defend their Tier 1 mid. That's also low to dropping, or close to dropping, it's quite low. So perhaps something that KuroKy will claim, and that may get his farm back in this game. Still feeling difficult to deal with the lifestealer problem, and still global will be the trump card. The BKBs are not even being built. S4 is going towards the Vlads, it looks like. The Tidehunter, of course, does have Kraken Shell, but Big Daddy, and that pretty much leaves everyone else out. They're not going to have any BKBs for a while.
Simba stacking up the Ancients. I think at this point they just give it to Kuro, and it's important that he does have his Force Step, but he needs to catch up at this Lifestealer at some point. He's like a basher up on him right now, and on top of that he has the Midas, so his farm is not going to be slowing down anytime soon. Gold discrepancy in between those two at around 3,000 gold. And he really needs a Manta Style, so the silence doesn't bode him. It's easier for him to dodge Universe's lasso, and just helps him farm faster in general, and split push.
As for EG, they have a nice lead, Ben. Where do they go from here?
I think just capitalizing on the ganks from Lifestealer plus whomever they want to pair it with, Sand King or Bat Rider. And I think mostly they need to be able to use the globals to better effect. Like on the left side, it would have helped him TP out if he had just used it a tad bit earlier.
Yeah, he was like, I guess a second or second half late. But it was kind of an unexpected counter engagement. And he'll be looking more towards the fights now as they smoke and run right into KuroKy. He just used his blink, and they go in with Zai. Baroche to start. Silence number 1 to follow. They use the global too. The lasso's going to follow this up, and KuroKy is
you see that
wrangled and brought down again.
Range on that lasso?
That was... It's got like a vacuum effect to it sometimes.
What the heck? He like force-stabbed him away, and then he pulled him after a force-stab. That was like a 700 range.
I think it might have latched like as the force step happened, maybe. I don't know, lassos are weird. Sometimes I feel like it has a vacuum attached to it. Kind of similar to Cogs, where it just seems to pull you in. Well, that's unfortunate. They lose KuroKy again. Compare this to the game versus Tinker once more. Did he die that game? It was like maybe once or twice.
He died 3 times.
Yeah, that was with like 14 kills by the end of it. He's 1-3. And he's not taking towers. Still, the tier 1's up mid lane. The tower's up bottom. It just goes to show how much pressure they exert on the map. He just can't safely split push.
One hero that's also felt very ineffective has been Puppy's Keeper of Light. He can't really zone out a Bat Rider. He definitely can better than an Elder Titan though, and they chose to use him to stack and farm experience in the woods as opposed to an Elder Titan, and I actually think that hurt them a lot.
Arteezy will use Exorcism bottom lane. And Secret, in the meantime, grouping up elsewhere on the map towards mid. There's a glyph ready for EG. Might as well pop this as creeps are approaching. But Secret aren't actually going there yet. They Exorcism the tier 2 bottom. Looks like they're going to take it uncontested. KuroKy off farming with Simba close behind me as completed as Yasha, working towards the Manta. Tower mid still stands. It's in deny range, and they've got a glyph. I imagine they're going to pop it. Yeah, there's your glyph. While at the same time, Zai comes in. He's got a Burrow Strike. At best bomb, and KuroKy, even with the force step, going down again. A fourth
Dire's
death
middle
for him.
tower has been
That
And
was-
now they're chasing in.
Without Rage, without Abyssal, too, on Lifestealer. So they have tons of overkill for him.
And they're going to find more here. Puppey gets lassoed, but at the same time, S4 barely able to TP out. Puppey will be dead for sure. And actually, it seems like the bleeding may end there for this engagement. No, maybe not. Big Daddy being pursued out. Zai with a burrow strike already ready. He heads to the left. Big Daddy heads straight south. But with an open wounds Abyssal, yeah, that's a dead Big Daddy. Doesn't even use the active. He just right-clicks him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How can this be? 'Twas an act of charity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tis mine. Don't put me in a box.
Go now boldly into the light.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I sleep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I'll take your tribute.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Roshan has fallen to the Dire. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Killing spree.
Radiant structures are fortified.
pay for thy lack.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ezra, I think that's my name.
Invisibility.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Sweet sister, God!
Radiant structures are fortified.
I feel renewed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
'Tis mine. Double down on sorcery.
Never hear the end of this.
Even in death, I am not thine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
I'll take your tribute. Invisibility.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I'll take your tribute. I'll take your
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Regeneration. Illusion! Haste!
Roshan has fallen to the Dire. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Regeneration! I'll take your tribute.
Double damage.
I'll take your tribute.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Thy soul lost.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Permission the next time you want to feed my man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Aching head. A barrel of blood! Double damage. Coin for me. Illusion.
Consider thyself purified.
You'll never get older.
Thou art damned.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under it. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is up. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under it. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have mega creeps. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Unstoppable opponent.
Find peace, thou monster.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's ancient is under attack.